Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dover Motor Speedway. I don't know, it's weird, weird new naming they've got here. Dover Motor Speedway used to be Dover International Speedway, Dover Downs, but we are here at Dover, one of my favorite tracks here in the Apex Series. Welcome everybody to Rebel Racing Network. I'm Eddie Smith, and welcome to what I think is going to be an amazing night of racing. One of the best combos in the service. Dover, a unique track, really interesting concrete layout, two totally different turns. The way you attack it's much like a Darlington. It's going to have to carry a lot of speed, and these trucks are very, very good at that. So looking forward to tonight, seeing what these guys can do. As boy, we've had a great season so far. Chris Carroll has 2 wins already on the season, and looking to make it, or 2 wins in a row, excuse me. He's got multiple wins on the season, but 2 wins in a row, looking to make it 3 tonight as we look at the layout of Dover Motor Speedway. 1 mile little concrete track, a lot of fun to race on. It is a blast, so looking forward to getting this thing going. As always, 75% fuel. We got 4 sets of tires in the pits, and 1 fast repair, couple green, white checkers. Hopefully, we won't need those, but you know, you never know. Lots of guys. I think tonight going to be an interesting story. I think all the Chris's are going to be pretty strong. But I'll tell you, the one to watch tonight is Chris McLean. Man, I just tell you, I've raced against him plenty. And here at Dover, concrete tracks, man, really his forte. So look for Chris McLean to make some noise tonight and get a win. But let's go ahead and go through the grid as we get the Kinder Farm and Ranch starting grid going. But let's go ahead and give out the Peg Leg Pole Award winner. And you see, it is the 3 Chris's going to be in a battle for it as Chris Bedwell takes the Peg Leg Pole Award and takes that pole by quite a bit. So let's get into the rest of the starting grid. Chris Carroll going to start outside front row in second, looking to get 3 wins in a row. Chris McLean starting third. Tracy Passon starting fourth. Aaron Adcock starting fifth. Willie Evernham starting sixth. Seventh, Alex Coffey. 8th, Dana Shepard. 9th, Justin Miller. 10th, Anthony McPherson. 11th, William Griffith. 12th is Garrett Kinder. 12th is Charles Stevens Jr. 13th is Garrett Kinder. 14th, Chuck Pegleg Phelps. 14th, Tony Edgerton. 16th, Matt Rogers. 17th, Ray Rogers. 18th, George William. And bringing up the end of the field is Alan Smith in 19th place. And that is your Kinder Farm and Ranch starting grid. Well, pace car is taking everybody through turns 3 and 4. We're getting ready to get this thing going green. We've got 100 laps here tonight, and what is going to be a blast. Chris Bedwell going to lead the field down in that 95 Chevrolet. So 2 Chevys on the front row, 2 Fords behind them, and then it's just a mixed match. But man, ready to get this thing going. Green flag is out, and we are underway here in the Apex Sim Racing 125. As always, thank you Apex for sponsoring this series. ApexSimRacing.com. Go down to turn 1 and 2, and 3 Chris's, man, they're gone. It's the Chris show tonight, and Chris Bedwell out to the early lead as Chris McLean going to dive down to the inside of Chris Carroll and try to take over that second place as Chris McLean not letting it get away early. I tell you, the competition at the front of the track, or the front of the field here, is insane, and you get an opportunity to make a pass on somebody, you got to do it, especially someone like Chris Carroll. So Chris McLean taking an early spot, getting that track position, is that's going to be super important. You'll see everybody on brand new tires right around the bottom. You know, some higher horsepower car, you'll see guys go up the track a little bit, come back down, but here going to try to wrap that bottom, carry as much speed through there as possible, and get the best run down the track. Coming off of turn 2 is where you're going to see some issues as that corner gets really tight. Look how tight that corner comes off of turn 4. It's the same through go on the nose here as we come off the corner. And you see how tight it gets right here. Woo, that wall comes up on you quick. So you got to be careful. Just save that right front. Don't get on the gas too soon. Carry as much speed as possible, but stay off that wall. I think tonight we're going to see a lot of people make friends with that wall. But so far, everything is kind of spread out, single file for the most part. Guys settling in for 100 laps here, which is going to be a lot of fun. This track, very much a one-groove racetrack. There's really not much groove. You can race side by side. It does put on good racing, but you really want to be in that groove, which is sort of like a drive it in as hard as you possibly can. Push up maybe just a little bit and get a good drive off. That's the most important. You see some guys there drifting up a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2 and try to get that run off the corner as we watch this battle between two Poman Motorsports teammates as they already got a little bit of damage. Aaron Adcock, Tracy Passon's making a little bit of contact early. Not a good sign. Not good for the owner there. Aaron, he's going to have to shell out a little bit of money, but got to pass for the lead. Looks like Chris McLean looking to the inside of Bedwell. And I told you, one to watch, Chris McLean. He is already on the move. Bedwell going to fight hard. That outside has a nice advantage as, like I said, it's a one-groove racetrack. You really don't want to be – you want to be able to use the whole track off the corner. Chris McLean going to slide up in front of Bedwell, and he will take control of this race. So Poman takes the lead. Right now, Poman has 3 drivers in the top 5, so a strong showing already. They can stay off each other. But 3 cars sort of a little breakaway as the 3 Chris's have pulled away, and then you've got Tracy and Aaron rounding out the top 5. Alex Coffey truck still looks pretty clean, running in 6th place. He's picked up a spot, but he is definitely moving pretty quick too. As he is a couple laps ago, he was the fastest truck on the track, so he definitely has the speed. Of course, we know Alex can do it. Alex just needs a good, clean race, stay out of the wall, and I'll tell you what, he's got plenty of speed to win these races. Just I feel like I say it every week, and I know he probably would wish I didn't say it, but I just want to. Oh, we got somebody getting in the wall back there. They're kind of all over the place. Looks like Justin Miller gets up and tags that wall. Everybody does a good job of staying off of him. Minimal damage, so. But we'll be watching that as the run goes on. People put a little bit more steering wheel in it. That right front gets a little hot, and that truck starts pushing off the corner. And you start pushing those limits, they'll find you. But a great little battle here around 10th place. Justin Miller has 9th. Anthony McPherson trying to take that 28 truck towards the front if he can. William Griffith behind him, and then you got Garrett Kinder, the big Fred Kinder Farm and Ranch 13 machine. Started in 13th and is following that 12 Pepto-Bismol Chevrolet. Let's go on board with Kinder. You see him getting that. Oh, nobody going to tell me the music's still on. Good grief. Sorry about that. You see Kinder drive in pretty deep, go up a little bit higher, and get the run off the corner. Apologize about the music. Maybe it probably helped to add a little bit to this, but you see him drive up the corner a little bit, and he's just trying to get the best run he can off the corner. This you have to carry so much. Oh, was McPherson going to get a little bit high? Ooh, very, very close there, but they're able to stay off each other. But you carry so much speed into these corners that you have to you got to do what you can to make sure you don't scrub speed off the corner. That way you can drive it down in there. Oh, looks like Willie Everingham struggling a little bit. Gets up out of the groove. Oh, he makes contact with Kinder. He's going to go up the track and able to keep it out of the wall, but everybody able to stay off of him, but Willie Evernham going backwards quick. We go back up front. Chris Carroll has been able to make the pass on Chris Bedwell. So move the 97 machine up into second place, and now he is going to put his sights on the 5 Poman Motorsports Ford F-150 and see if he can't run him down. But right now, Chris McLean, just a extremely fast pace. Only one person faster than Chris McLean. That's Alex Coffey running in the 5th place, who's been able to get around Aaron Adcock. And now able to take over 4th place from Tracy Passons. Oh, and he does have a little damage to that back end. So Alex Coffey already made some contact, but doesn't seem to be hurting him too bad, as he was the fastest car on the track a couple laps ago. Alex Coffey about 3.6 seconds behind 3rd place, Chris Bedwell. So he's kind of leading this little group of drivers here from 4th on back. Going back here, check out some drivers. Got George Williams. He is up a couple spots. Where he started, running 16th. Back here, you got Tony Edgerton, Alan Smith, and Matt Rogers going at it. Alan Smith in that trigger time number 3 machine goes around the 96 and takes over that spot. Alan Smith always talking about how he wants to finish in the top 10. That's his goal. Been in the top 10 in the point standings, having some really good finishes tonight. Starts in the back. Not sure if he had a bad qualifying. You see, Tony Edgerton going to get into the wall and able to get it gathered back up. But Alan Smith starting in the back, up to 17th now with that pass on Tony. And he's got a lot of work to do if he's going to finish 10th tonight, as he is pretty far back. Battle between William Griffith and Chuck Pegleg Phelps. And right behind them, Ray Rogers doing his usual start from the back, see if he can make it to the front. Chuck almost able to complete that pass, but Griff really leaning on that left rear, and then he's able to get by him, and now Ray Rogers going to the inside. Griff going to lose 3 places out of that deal. So far, number 13 is your biggest mover, and he is making another move under the inside of the damaged number 17 machine. Aaron Adcock in that 17. A little under the weather, but glad to see him here. Hopefully he can recover quickly and get back to his normal self. But he's been fighting a little sickness this week. Should be on the back half of it, so glad to hear that as we watch Garrett Kinder go to the inside of Tracy Passons. And looks like Aaron Adcock going to try to follow him. So Kinder cracks the top 5 after starting in the 13th position. Kinder, another one of those drivers, is really good at concrete tracks, especially tracks like this. Definitely suits his driving style. So I think if he can get a caution, maybe get towards the front, he can make some noise. But pretty good racing so far. Everybody doing a great job. No caution after 28 laps. So doing real good as we go check in the leader. Number 5, Chris McLean going to put the 96 a lap down. Matt Rogers having some trouble here, but stays high. Let these leaders go on by. Chris McLean out to a point. Oh, Matt Rogers is in the wall. Going to get a real bad pancake there. And that's going to hurt that truck. That is a big hit out of that 96. He's going to go down in pit road and probably get some repairs done on that Toyota. But Chris McLean, Chris Carroll running very similar along with Chris Bedwell. Bedwell not letting them get away. They looks like they're kind of trading lap times. Let's actually look at the lap time history between these two. And you see they're kind of going back and forth. Carroll gaining just ever so slightly on Chris as we get towards the middle part of this race. So the fuel window tonight is going to be anywhere between 60 and 65. That is if you want to stretch it. I would imagine most folks are going to, if you got 100 laps and you think it might go green, usually the best strategy is to cut it right in half. So as lap 50 rolls around, I think we'll see folks come down pit road. It's always an interesting decision to make. It always depends on where you are on the track. Pit strategy is not a 1 or 0. It's not very binary. It just depends on what you're trying to do. New tires definitely going to make a big difference here at Dover. So we want to try to get those tires if you can, come down on lap 50, and you're trying to maybe get by somebody, having a hard time passing them, you might come down pit road, get you 4 fresh tires, come back on the track, make up that time on the pit stop. The only danger is you could have a yellow flag, and that'll put you a couple laps down, at least a lap down, and put you behind the 8 ball. So if you're in the lead, usually you just go as long as you can. So if Chris McLean, he could probably just run this thing out. Chris Carroll, though, goes down pit road, or Chris Bedwell, McLean's going to have to make a judgment call there and make that decision then. So always fun to have some pit strategy. It really shakes things up, and it adds a level of skill besides just driving the truck. We got a lot of people in chat tonight. We got Kelly Coffey already showing her support for Alex, and we'll check in on Alex, who has got some big damage to that 7 machine. He's going to be really ready to get down pit road, maybe get that fixed. But still having a great run already, up to 4th place, and not quite able to run these guys down. Maybe had to do drive a little bit harder to get up to this point. But glad to have Kelly in chat. We got Kevin Kinder and Ratchet Miller showing their support for the number 13. So glad to have y'all in chat. Got quite a few people watching, so glad to have everybody here tonight as we go back here. And we sure don't. Well, yeah, I apologize about that. I don't know what goes on. I think Windows Update happens and all my sound gets messed up almost every time. So thank you for letting me know. I didn't even pay attention to that. So I left the background music on a little bit longer. So just a tough night all around for audio. Luckily, these guys are going to bail me out on track, and it's not going to matter. They're putting on a show. Tracy Passon's falling back a little bit. Aaron Adcock was able to get around his teammate, and Tracy got a little bit of backhand damage. Doesn't seem like he's hit the wall. Oh, he does have a little scrape on the right side. So looks like he's made a little bit of contact there. But he is dropping back about 5 spots at this point. And Dana Shepherd looking to run him down at the end of this run. If it's somebody like Tracy talking about pit road, as soon as 50 gets around, I'm trying to come down pit road and get those 4 tires, get maybe a faster repair, get that truck fixed, and go out back on track and try to make some ground up. check back on the lead. Chris McLean still holding tight around 6/7 as he is working his way through lap traffic. And he's going to put George Williams in that 40 machine a lap down. But so far, Chris Carroll able to stay with him. Bedwell as well. Same distance. Nobody's really pulling away, but nobody's catching anybody. Chris Carroll not able to make up really any ground on that 5, as he is now working on traffic, trying to get around the 77, excuse me. Tony Edgerton looks like he is on fresh tires as he was getting with it. Now he's going to get kind of stuck here as, George Williams going to get to the wall. And that honestly helped the situation out most, as, man, that 77, he is getting with it with those fresh tires. You see the difference 4 tires will make here. You see the speed through the corner is the 77 just so much faster in the middle, able to keep that gas pedal down with all that extra grip. Go around Chris Carroll on the outside. And actually gets up into the wall a little bit, has to back out. I know that's frustrating for Chris Carroll, is he's got to be paying attention to that 77 because he's driving the wheels off of it, but trying to look out his front windshield, he's got to pay attention to the back. Gonna look to the outside again with those new tires, and he backs out. Just trying to do the best he can to be smart, not wreck the lead lap car, but as Chris McLean up here in a gaggle of cars, goes to the inside of Willie Evernham. Now he's going to look to the inside of Alan Smith. Go under the Ally banner there, and McLean able to take that spot. And Alan Smith dives down to the bottom, try to block Willie Evernham. They are fighting for position. Alan Smith makes his way into the top 15. Slowly working his way through the field. So far, it looks like Chris McLean doing a really good job of traffic, and looks like Chris Carroll not having as easy of a time, as we already got somebody coming down pit road. Alex Coffey comes down to make his pit stop on lap 49. I would imagine that truck going to be fixed with that fast repair. Most likely, I can't imagine not doing it. Chris Carroll looks like he's coming down pit road. So green flag pit stop's already starting. Boom. Fresh truck for that number 7. You got to watch out for him. I think he's going to be ready to go when he comes out. Chris Carroll in that 97 USA Firearms machine coming down pit road. To make his pit stop. And now here comes everybody else, as Chris Bedwell, Garrett Kinder, Dana Shepard, George Williams, all making their way. Chris McLean still out on track. If he stays out too long, I mean, he definitely will give up the lead to Chris Carroll, as Carroll's going to come out with a head of steam with those fresh tires. He will, if he stays out 5 or 6 laps longer, he'll have fresher tires to be able to make up the difference most likely. And it looks like the 5 is going to come on down pit road, make his stop, get her woed up. You see a little bit of smoke as he comes down pit road, but should have been able to get it woed up. So Chris McLean, leader, comes down pit road. It looks like everybody's making their stops right now. We'll see where everybody comes out, as Justin Miller will assume the lead. in that 26 Toyota. Get a little bit of those bonus points. Maybe catch a caution. Get lucky there and trap some guys a lap down. That would be a great strategy call, I think. As we see Chris McLean come out of pit road, we'll see where everything is shaken out. As it's like Chris McLean is going to get passed by Chris Bedwell here. You see the 95 coming by along with Chris Coffey, or Chris Coffey. Everybody's going to just be named Chris. We got Chris Bedwell, we got Chris McLean, and we got Chris Carroll. So we're going to have Chris Coffey, Chris Kinder, Chris Rogers in the top 5. But Chris Bedwell and Alex Coffey come out the winners through this pit cycle so far. Chris McLean going to have fresher tires and be able to run these guys down most likely. But right now the big story is the 97 truck sitting on pit road. Looks like a penalty, so must have sped on pit road, either getting in or getting off, as that penalty is a 40-second hold. And already a tough night. Now we've seen Chris Carroll has, I think, 4 or 5 wins on the season. 2 wins in a row, but we have seen pit stops and pit strategy kind of be sort of an Achilles heel. I mean, he's definitely one of the fastest drivers on the track, but everybody's got some sort of weakness. Driving ability is not one of them for him, but it seems like pit road speed, and he's been caught a couple times this year with some issues on pit road. Tonight's speeding. But we've also seen him forget to check tires and stuff, and he's trying to go to the inside of the 3. Not really sure where he's going to go. So just an issue, and that's got to be incredibly frustrating to get that penalty. And he is currently in 18th place. Going to be quite a few laps down. So the Chris Carroll 3-peat, not looking good, but got to stay with it. There's always a chance, as long as that truck is on the track. Just got to be careful. He's got 3 laps to make up and only 40 laps to do it. So a race that is trending green flag. Really bad 9th hour 40-second hold. But we go up front though, as Chris Bedwell all over some trucks here as lap traffic, heavy lap traffic. He's got 4 trucks. You've got Charles Stevens, Aaron Adcock, Dana Shepard. The 2 leaders make contact, and they get together and come up and hit Chris McLean. So all 3 leaders making contact, and that is a big thing, as the number 5, Chris McLean, suffered really big damage. Not only did he hit on the left side, but he also got hit on the right. Let's go back and watch that again. We can watch it from this cockpit. You see the 7 trying to get down into the inside of Chris Bedwell, trying to take advantage of this lap traffic. Takes a dive down in there. Definitely a racing deal. Definitely don't think there's anybody that was at fault there. Just a last-second move. Bedwell wasn't expecting it, but really Chris McLean got the worst end of it, as he's going to come off the corner and slap that wall after Alex Coffey overcorrects back into him. Tail slaps him into the wall. Hit on the right front doesn't look too hard. Looks like he kind of slung the back end into the wall first, so maybe it won't be too bad. But these trucks, man, they just do not like to take any damage. So I can imagine he's going to need a caution flag to get that thing fixed up. Very frustrating if you're that 5. Had nothing to do with you, and you're just kind of a bystander trying to make his way back up to the front. Definitely the fastest guy tonight, and you see that damage is a problem, as he is not able to keep it down, and lap traffic going around him. That little bit of contact, though, worked out for Chris Bedwell. He's still kind of hanging out behind this lap traffic, but he's got some breathing room now, as Alex Coffey is now 1.6 seconds back. So that gives Chris Bedwell a little bit more time to really deal with this traffic. And now Chris McLean definitely looking for a yellow flag as he is dropping back really, really quickly. Actually dropping back really fast. He's having to check up off the corners. That truck is extremely tight. Going to lose some more time. Garrett Kinder about 4.5 seconds behind him. So he's got some time. He's praying for a caution. Just like, man, somebody wreck, bring out a caution. Because without it, he is in trouble going the wrong way. Now, right in front of our leader is a battle for position. So you're probably thinking, well, why are these guys not getting out of the way for Bedwell? Well, these guys are on the tail end of the lead lap. And they are trying to stay on the lead lap, but also race for position. So Bedwell, unfortunately, is sort of the guy that's got to have patience. He's got to know what's going on. He's got to assess the situation and say, yeah, I wish I could get by these guys because Alex is going to be able to catch up a little bit quicker. But, you know, I'm sort of the odd man out in this race. As, they get together. As Dana Shepard gets a little bit loose off the corner. Well, these guys are racing. I love it. I love to see these trucks kick their back end off the corner. These guys are really driving it. Very, very close call there, but these guys are able to make out without any issues. So nobody's safe tonight. We saw all three leaders have some sort of incident there. Chris Carroll with a 40-second hold for a speeding penalty. So a lot that can happen no matter where you are on the track. Charles Stevens been behind Tracy Passes for a little while now, trying to maybe figure out a way he can get around Tracy. And this is for the 6th position. I mean, it's been a crazy race already, the separation between the trucks. And right now, I mean, Charles Stevens in 7th place is the tail end of the lead lap. So only 7 trucks on the lead lap right now, and these two drivers fighting hard to stay there. I mean, in one turn, it could very easily go from 7 to 5 on the lead lap pretty quickly. Rivalry here between these two. Had some history in the past. It's like Justin Miller able to get around Chuck. Steve McDonald said, how we doing tonight, Eddie? Man, I'm doing great. I'm having a great night. We're racing trucks at Dover, one of my favorite tracks. Don't know why they call it Dover Motor Speedway now. Kind of a weird, always Dover International Speedway. Dover Downs, but Dover Motor Speedway, one of my favorite tracks on the service. Just a lot of fun to race, and so having a lot of fun. It's been an exciting race so far. Lots of storylines to talk about. I mean, Chris Carroll, our points leader, going for 3 in a row with a 40-second hold and speeding penalty. We saw leaders Chris Bedwell, Alex Coffey get together, able to keep everything going forward, but Chris McLean going to take the brute force of that hit, and he is really, really struggling right now with the damage on that 5 machine. Would love to see a caution to maybe get that thing fixed up, as he was for sure the fastest truck on the track, but now fighting to stay inside the top 4 as Garrett Kinder is now 1.6 seconds. See that second red truck come off the corner, and that is for 3rd, 4th. But a lot that can still happen. Man, we have only got 25 laps to go. Check in on the leader, Chris Bedwell. Alex Coffey gets passed by Chris Carroll making up a lap there, or trying to. He hasn't made it up yet, but trying to run down the 95 and make one up on the track if he can. But, I mean, these... Oh, and Alex Coffey going to take a massive hit to the right side of that truck. And I told you, all these exits, the corner exits here at Dover are really, really fast, and they tighten up really quick. Excuse me, and if you're not careful, that truck is going to push off the corner, and man, he just did a complete pancake to the side of that truck. That's going to hurt him in his bid to run down the number 95, Chris Bedwell. So far, Chris has done a great job of getting on and off pit road, was able to get the lead after his pit stop, and the truck looks clean. That's been sort of the reason why he is still in the lead. Able to keep his truck clean, get on and off pit road without any issues, and heck, he's fast to boot, so. Well, we haven't had a chance to show the Burkhalter wreckage rewind, but we'll throw it up on the screen. Burkhalter Recycling and Demolition. As we only have 20 laps to go, and Bedwell is sort of neutralized Alex Coffey's bid to the front, or Alex, I guess, did it himself by smacking the wall. So really, the 95 just has to be careful, knowing that Alex got a little bit of damage. Chris McLean as well in third place. You guys managing these trucks. Bedwell just has to take it easy, not push anything too hard, not put his truck in bad positions. And he's also got to say a prayer to the good Lord that the caution doesn't come out. But as always, we got some awards we got to give out. Not quite ready to give those out just yet, but got a few people in the bid for the hard charger. Garrett Kinder, Ray Rogers, Alan Smith. All these drivers right there in the hunt for the hard charger award. Right now, Garrett Kinder up 9 spots, Ray Rogers up 12, Charles Stevens up 6, Alan Smith up 8 positions, 9 positions now. As we click over to Alan Smith in that trigger time, number 3 machine was looking to the inside of Willie Evernham, see if he can take that spot, and that would get him in the top 10 as he disappears a little bit. Uh-oh. And he comes back on the track, very, very scary, but Willie Evernham gives him a little breathing room there. So Alan Smith in the top 10. We talked about it. He started at the back and said, you know, he's always trying to fight for top 10s as these boys are racing, going at it. Woo. Oh, Willie's going to get into the wall off the corner, racing hard, man. I love to see it. I love to see these guys putting it all on the line, using every inch of the track, trying to make these spots, and Willie going to get a little bit of that wall. Alan Smith will drive off in the sunset, but Alan started in last place and is driven into the top 10. Just a fantastic run for him in that trigger time, number 3. I'll tell you who else having a good run after an early smack of the wall is Justin Miller, who is past Tracy Passons and now in the 7th place. He's about 3 seconds back from Charles Stevens Jr. Can't say enough, man. Justin Miller having a great run here. Steve McDonald said they should just name it the Monster Mawa. Heck, it is also got that nickname, and we have seen why that's the case, man. It just eats you up. As we watch right in front of Justin Miller, as Chris Carroll going to get one of his laps back, 1 of 3. said, gonna need some help, and just doesn't look like it's gonna get it. As Garrett Kinder has finally run down Chris McLean, who is sort of limping around the track at the moment with all that damage. Really, really hoping for a caution, but not getting it with only 12 laps to go. But Garrett Kinder going to get by him. Ray Rogers right behind him. So with 12 laps to go, Chris Bedwell, your leader, Alex Coffey running second, Garrett Kinder third, and Ray Rogers going to take over the fourth position. Chris McLean in fifth, Charles Stevens Jr. in sixth, Justin Miller seventh, Tracy Parsons eighth, Dana Shepard ninth, Alan Smith 10th, and that's your top 10 as they run with 11 laps to go. And Garrett Kinder really needs a caution. Started a little bit too far back to make it up to the front, but he is running just as fast as the leader. So he definitely has the speed to win this race. A caution comes out, gives him a better shot. I'll tell you though, a caution coming out right now would change a lot, as Chris McLean will be able to get some damage fixed. Ray Rogers will be able to get him 4 tires. I would love to see a caution, because I would love to see this top 5 battle it out with about 9 laps to go. But it's just been, for a race that has a lot of contact with the wall, a little bit of contact with each other, these drivers, some of the best in iRacing. As far as I'm concerned, one of the best leagues I've ever been a part of. Best run, best sponsors, best viewers. I like to say myself the best broadcaster, but definitely the best drivers on the track as far as making some really awesome racing. Green flag, we've seen flag-to-flag races all year long. And tonight looks to be no different with 8 laps to go. I can't even talk about it. I used to have power to bring out a caution just talking about cautions. Ratchet Miller in chat, he can attest to that. But tonight, I haven't been able to do it. I've been trying to summon one, but I can't get it to happen. But Garrett Kinder going to get close to that wall, has to check up, and Ray Rogers going to get a huge run and take over that 3rd place. Garrett Kinder going to fight back most likely, as we are down to the nitty-gritty. Let's see if he can fight back here for this position. This is the best battle on the track. Everybody else sort of spread out. So we'll kind of watch this as we get down towards the end. But 13 gets a little bit tight, has to lift. It's either lift or get to the wall. We saw Ross Chastain in the Pocono race get run high by Denny Hamlin. He had a choice to lift or run into the wall. He chose the wall. Garrett Kinder chose to lift. He's going to lose the spot because of it. Kelly Coffey says, Eddie, don't do it. Yeah, I totally agree. At this point, I don't want to see one anyway. Sorry about the night bot. I don't even know why it's telling you to stop spamming. I don't think you've done anything wrong, so. It looks like Nightbot has done a good job of stopping those bots, so. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ray Rogers, as he goes to the inside of George Williams, he is 4 laps to go. Don't know if he has enough time, but he is really putting the hurt on Alex Coffey. Has been running him down, and Alex definitely, with that damage, if you get a little bit of right front damage, it really makes it tough on the long run, and they are definitely getting through the tire, man. You can see 7 car having to push up the track. Ray Rogers has done a fantastic job of saving that truck. You see William Griffith all over the track down there, trying to dodge somebody getting into the wall. I think it was George Williams. But Ray Rogers moves up into 2nd place. Ray Rogers up 15 spots from where he started. Ray, if him and Garrett Kinder would qualify a little bit better, boy, they'd be winning races. Oh, is Griff and George Williams going to get into the wall? Able to hang on to it, but they both pancaked it real nice. But I'll tell you what, we got to give out paint of the night. And before it gets a little bit too wore out from these wall bangs, let's go ahead and give out the paint of the night to the Pepto-Bismol number 12, as we got the final lap. At the same time, Absolute Product Solutions. Final lap for Chris Bedwell, who has a 4.6 lead over Ray Rogers, goes down into 3 and 4 in a fantastic run for Chris Bedwell as he comes off the corner and going to take the checker flag. And what a fantastic win for Chris Bedwell, who's going to take the win here at Dover. Ray Rogers going to come home in second place, and Garrett Kinder able to complete that pass on Alex Coffey there at the end. We're going to have to go back and watch that, but comes home in third place. White flag is out. This is the white flag lap between Alex Coffey and Garrett Kinder. Kinder wanting that podium spot. Gets a run down the back straightaway. Going to look down to the inside as we watch the battle going into turn 4. Oh, Garrett gives him a little shove into 3 and 4. They go up the track. And Garrett Kinder takes the race to third place. And a fantastic win for Chris Bedwell, who did all the right things. Wasn't caught up in anyone else's stuff. No mistakes on track. No mistakes on pit road. And he was rewarded for that. So congratulations to Chris Bedwell. That is your winner here tonight. And let's go ahead and give out our awards before we do these interviews. Ray Rogers going to finish in second place. He's also going to win the Hard Charger Award. Kyle Roberts Handmade Leather Hard Charger Award winner. So congratulations to Ray Rogers for that. And as far as the Jammed Up Hard Luck Award, I don't know. There are a lot of potential hard luck winners, but I got to give it to Chris McLean, and I know he won't be happy to get that award, but he is the Trigger Time Jammed Up Award winner. As you know, these award is really something that happened to you that really wasn't your fault. You didn't really have anything to do with, and the two leaders, Chris Bedwell and Alex Coffey, getting together. Chris McLean, sort of an innocent bystander, gets the worst of it and has to limp around there at the end of the race. Comes home in 5th, but he is the Jammed Up Award winner. So let's go ahead and Five Kings Corner chat, and let's talk to these drivers as they've had a fantastic race. Let's talk to third place Garrett Kinder. Hey, Garrett, the Sadie in the booth, got me? Garrett, you got the Sadie in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, hey, man. Well, fantastic race. Qualified 13th, drove up through the field, and come home with a third place finish, man. Probably hoping to see maybe a caution there. Get yourself in the hunt, but that green flag to flag racing that you have over at Apex kind of came up a little bit short, but able to get that third place finish, man. Tell us about your race.
Oh, man, didn't really get the qualifying I really wanted. Ended up dumping it on my first lap, and so I had to rely really heavy on the second lap and got a little bit loose. So started a little ways back in the field. Dover's not really normally my go-to tracks. I like concrete racetracks for the most part, but Dover, the finesse of Dover's always kind of eluded me. So I just went out there and drove it. I knew fuel was going to be close. I think that's the reason I pulled down third. I know Coffey and I were battling pretty hard those last couple laps, and he started sputtering going into 3, so I gave him a big shot in the 3, pushed him up the track, and drove underneath him when he was running out of fuel. So I won't say it's a charity win, but I drove my butt off tonight and had a good time doing it. All the guys in the field very respectful. Man, you're exactly right. These Apex guys, man, they know how to do some green flag runs, and it was absolutely a blast. A lot of tire wear, a lot of fun, so really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. There's really not too much to talk about in this race. I mean, gosh, there were so many things that went wrong, but your race was just super clean, man. Just made your way up through the field and had just a nice, quiet third place finish. Just kind of snuck in there at the end. I mean, how bad were you hoping for a caution there to maybe get in there and see what you had for the top 2 or Chris at least?
Man, it was really six, one way, half dozen the other. Just as much as it put me in the hunt for, maybe a little bit higher up on the podium, it would put the guys behind me in the same hunt, maybe trying to take my podium spot away. So, I wouldn't have minded to see it. I didn't really have the short run speed, but I know that the racing would have been a lot tougher. So, man, I'm just tickled pink it went green. Really, I No yellow is not a big deal to me. I like them when they go green. And we got done with the P3. Big shout out. I knew Ray was fast. I was keeping an eye on my relative, and he was about starting out. It was about a tenth every other lap, and then it got to a tenth a lap, and then I got real tight off of 4 and pushed up towards the wall. So he got by me then. So just real fun, man. You raced over here last season. You know what it's all about. These guys are super competitive, but for the most part, fairly clean, and it was just a good time.
Yeah, man. Well, as always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs? You had Ratchet Miller and Kevin Kinder in chat cheering you on. But who you got tonight?
Well, those two are the top of my list right there. Kinder Farm and Ranch, Ratchet Speed Shop. Love having them around. They support me just about every week, every race I'm in. They're watching it live or they're watching it just as soon as they get back to the house. So big shout out to them. Love y'all to death. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers. You want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else. Make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. They've got some great sales going right now. I think it's like $60 off a 75 quart cooler with a smoking deal. I've got one of those myself. Holds ice forever and it'll fill up a freezer really quick. So go check them out. Ray Page over at Wolfpack Racing. Great guy to know. Eddie told you a million times. I'll tell you one more. He's a good dude. All my teammates over here at Po Man, Aaron had some bad luck, got caught up pretty early in some stuff, and then I think he said he got his nose chopped and got sent to the wall. So ended his night pretty early, but pretty good showing from most of the guys out there. They were out there just keeping it clean, logging laps, man. That's what it's all about. And of course, my short track team over at Velocity, real fun to run with over there, really competitive. So, yeah, I think Rebels Racing Network, you up there in the booth, you do a great job every week. And thank everybody over here, Jimmy, that sponsors the whole series. So it's a good time.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the third place finish.
I appreciate you.
Garrett Kinder, third place, starting 13th, made up 10 spots, and brought it home in third. Let's talk to Ray Rogers. This Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, your bid for the most Kyle Roberts handmade leather hard charger awards is going strong as you start at the back, come home in second place. Probably need a little bit of help with a caution flag or two to get up there and get the win, but another great finish in second. Drove up through the field. Talk about your race.
Yeah, I knew I was going to have to need a caution to just to get up there and fight with those guys, but patience. Tires are brutal here, so I didn't want to wear them out too early. Just be patient coming up through the field because everybody knows you hit that one wall. So close calls, but I managed to make it. No wrecks, no scratches on the truck, but I feel like I could have gotten to Chris, but I probably needed about 15, 20 more laps to be able to do it. But all in all, man, I'll take a second.
Absolutely. Well, fantastic race from you. Love to see you qualify one race and see if you can get you one of these wins. I'm tired of talking to you finish second and third, talking about how it went green all the way, and if you had a caution, you would have won. Maybe throw a little caution lap in there next race, see if you can get one of these W's. I'd love to see you in the winning circle. So, but as always, Ray, who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs?
First and foremost, Aaron for putting all this up for all of us. So really appreciate that. You taking the time out to broadcast it. And of course, Peg Leg for the pole award, Burkhart's Recycling, 1 Inch Designs, and APS icing competition. And yeah, I probably should qualify, but I love running from the back. But I'll take you up on that, and I'm going to have to qualify for you.
Get you one before the season at least. That way you can get up there and get one of them wins. But good racing from you. I mean, it's always fun to watch. I mean, you do give me something to talk about because we get to talk about if we get a board racing there. I get to talk about how Ray is driving up through the field and show everybody how it's done. So, congratulations, Ray. Very very good finish. A great second place, and we'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. You have a good night, man.
Let's bring our winner, Chris Bedwell. Chris, this Eddie in the booth. You got me?
Big 10-4.
Man, well, a somber answer from a winner here tonight of sort of a race of attrition for you, Chris. You had the speed, you're running in third place there, but I talked about it towards the end of the race. Chris McLean got caught up in an incident that really didn't have anything to do with him. Fastest truck on the track, maybe. Chris Carroll speeding, having a penalty on pit road. Alex Coffey, those guys up there running super fast, gets into the wall, has some damage, and you were able to do all those things. Not have those things happen. Run clean, get on and off pit road, really, really well, and that is going to give you the win. But fantastic race for you, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, I just ran my race, raced the racetrack, try not to race other people. It's unfortunate some people think it's a race for the white flag, to the checkered flag on that lap 55 or 65, whatever lap it was. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate McLean got taken out in that whole thing, but following lap cars, just trying to be patient, wait for a mistake. I wasn't going to force the issue. They were having a good little race on their own. Is what it is. Good run. Main focus was just to keep it off the wall. Got the wall once, I think. Um, so yeah, just lucky, really. Lucky that some people aren't patient. Um, Lucky that Chris Carroll got a pit road speeding penalty and just kind of drove it home.
Well, I would disagree 100% saying it's luck, man. I do not think that, because I think to be a race winner, especially in a league like this where the talent level up at the front is really, really tight, and anything you can do better than the next guy, though, you got to have the whole package. You can't be the fastest truck on the track and win every week. You got to be the best in traffic. You got to be able to be the best to take care of your car. You got to be the best on pit road. We have a lot of green flag pit stops. And tonight, I mean, you showed why you are a championship caliber driver here in Apex, because you did all of those things, and you did them. You did them. You didn't make any mistakes tonight. Even had some contact for the lead there, and was able to hang on to it and drive away, man. So I wouldn't say luck at all. I think it is all Chris Bedwell who made all the right calls and came away with this win, and definitely deserved it. So definitely don't think it was luck, but. I'll get off my soapbox.
Well, I appreciate you saying all that. I mean, it seems like you are one of the biggest cheerleaders for me, and I really do appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I just focused on running my race and trying not to get tangled up in other people's crap. So
Right.
let
Well,
other people race around me, and I tried to run my race. If somebody was obviously faster, I gave them room. McLean was obviously faster. Carroll was obviously faster. Some of the other guys were questionable. So, just doing my thing and brought it home P1.
well, as we get through this season, man, playoffs are going to be on us quick, and I don't know if you put any thought into it. I mean, if you thought about playoffs, like I said, we talked about how you had sort of a slow start, but here lately, man, you've been really getting used to your new place, your new setup, and getting everything rolling. And man, here you are, another win. It's been 4 Chris wins in a row. Carroll won the last 2. You won the one before that, and here you are again in victory lane. Man, I think the playoffs are going to be a lot of fun, be exciting, but you got to feel good, man, going into the playoffs.
Yeah, if I can make it through these rounds, I think we'll have something for him at Phoenix. Phoenix is one of my best tracks. Really, just looking at the schedule, Lucas Oil and Richmond, I think it's going to be another type of run your race, keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble. Kentucky, eh. Bristol, I really like Bristol. Talladega, enjoy that. Homestead's fun. So that first round, I think, is going to be the toughest for me. I'm okay with the rest, but I just got to make it through that first round. We'll see what we can do. Rest of the season, though, we got Wilkesboro next. Nashville's a lot of fun. Iowa's good. I love Pocono. So we'll see what happens.
Well, all right. Well, looking forward to it, man. Great win tonight. Definitely put together a great race. Looking forward to seeing what you do in the playoffs and going forward. But as always, man, the floor is yours. Who you got to thank? Any sponsors or shout outs?
Well, I got a quick question for you. How good did all them checked out racing trucks look?
Well, they look fantastic. I tell you what, George Williams always a looker with that pink truck, and you got Dana out there in that 43 making some moves, looking really, really good. Of course, yours up front all night long, and Tony Edgerton making some wild moves out there. We saw him up there passing the leader at one point with some fresh tires. So I tell you what, they all look pretty good to me.
I thought so too. Yeah, Dana's new with us a few races back, and I just kept on forgetting to get a paint scheme on him. But I know he likes um, 43 and Richard Petty, so he's got a Petty blue checked out racing truck. pretty sure that was the good luck charm tonight. But I'd like to thank all the teammates, family to give me some time to do this, and you for broadcasting, and Aaron and all the admins for putting on a good, fun place to race every Thursday night.
All right, man. Well, congratulations one more time, man. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, man. Another green flag race here in Apex. Aaron Adcock, he's the reason. Of course, these drivers put on the show, but there is no show without Aaron Adcock. So thankful for him putting on this thing. Had a tough night tonight, but I'm sure he's glad just to be back in the seat and back racing after being a little bit under the weather. Nothing really lifts your spirits like getting in the cockpit and driving around Dover International Speedway, or excuse me, Dover Motor Speedway, and none of this happens without him. So let's go ahead and go through the results, and let's see where everybody finished. Highlight some drivers. Only 6 drivers on the lead lap, so those top few are really putting on a clinic with all the issues and stuff people had all the night. But we talked to the top 3 already. Alex Coffey, a great finish, 4th place, had a lot of speed, got the wall. Of course, made contact with Chris Bedwell about mid part of the race. Put him a little bit behind the 8 ball, but definitely still had a lot of speed tonight. Chris McLean, we already noted a few times, led a majority of the first part of this race after pit road, come out just kind of a not really part of it, didn't have anything to do with him, just sort of an innocent bystander, takes some damage, just not able to get that fixed. But I'll tell you what, as far as he's not going to be happy about this race, there's no doubt about it. But to recover with that damaged truck and hold on to a 5th place finish, that is really, really impressive. And shows what kind of driver he is. He is already a champion in this series, so that is championship type of driving. Charles Stevens with a fantastic 6th place finish. Justin Miller, we talked about him earlier, man. That is a great finish for Justin, who had a fantastic race as well tonight. Tracy Passons finishing 8th. 9th, Alan Smith, man, another great finish for him inside the top 10. Started in last and finished in 9th. Just a great race. Dana Shepard rounds out the top 10. Anthony McPherson is going to finish 11th. Willie Evernham finishing 12th. Chuck Phelps finished 13th. 14th, George Williams. Chris Carroll with that speeding penalty is going to come home in 15th. 16th, William Griffith. 17th, Tony Edgerton. 18th, Aaron Adcock. And Matt Rogers, we saw him have some issues with the wall early, and looks like he retired after just about 30 or so laps. So he's going to bring home 19th place. So, man, what a great race. Just a great series. A lot of fun. This, there was great racing all over the track. A lot of drama, a lot of action. Looking forward to see where we're headed next and get ready for the playoffs. So, thank y'all for watching. We're going to go ahead and call it here as, just a fantastic race. Again, I'm going to keep repeating myself, but want to thank the sponsors. Of course, we've already handed out the awards, but want to thank all of those drivers. Want to thank Apex Sim Racing Gear, ApexSimRacing.com. As always, you need a button box. You need some sort of sim race equipment. You get ready to build that rig. Get ready to add on something to your wheels, to your rig. Check over on ApexSimRacing.com. See what he's got. He's got everything that you need. Some really, really nice equipment. You want good quality stuff. You don't want no plastic stuff. You don't want something that's going to fall apart in a couple days, couple weeks. You want good quality stuff. ApexSimRacing.com, where you want to go. I'm Eddie Smith. This is Rebel Race Network, and we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night.